All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakwadash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. And I'm not sure through the Spirit what I'm going to title this lesson, but basically speaking on this last wicked and adulterous generation of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you 2/3. Okay, you know, Generation Z or the millennials, all right, whatever you want to call yourselves. Okay, Generation Z is spiritual because, you know, obviously the letter Z is the last letter in the English alphabet. This is that generation that the Most High was talking about, all right, in these last days, which is going to be judged. Okay, and talking about, you know, the 2/3 of our people that always have been what, mocking the messengers, killing the messengers. Okay, continually backsliding. Okay, joining hand in hand with the wicked. Okay, this is that generation. Okay, all they want to do is rebel. They want to do their own thing. All right, you know, they want to show out and show off. And just constantly, just going astray. And what's going to happen is, right, the Most High is going to use Esau, which is the wicked, who is his sword, that is going to persecute a lot of our that's already happening, but they're gonna put to death a lot of our people. Okay, Esau's gonna have coming down having great wrath. All right, in the short time he has, really the end of his rulership also. Okay, it's spiritual. Okay, Esau is the end of the world of Jacob is the beginning that followeth. Okay, this is the last wicked generation of you Israelites. All right, and assembling yourselves, talking about Black Lives Matter, and calling yourselves Egyptians, and want to be music stars and rap stars, and just athletes, and acting a fool, and hating the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of YAHAWASHI. Okay, he despising all his counsel. All right, and that's why the Most High says he's gonna laugh at your calamity. All right, because you have no hedge, you have no covering. All right, the Most High is gonna say unto you, go cry unto the God that you have chosen. Okay, let them save you in your time of tribulation. All right, because we're coming into great judgment. All right, this is another another example or sign. All right, that the Most High is going to return. That's why I forgot where's that in Luke. It says this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. Okay, and that goes into that parable of the fig tree. Okay, a lot of stuff is happening. Okay, you see these wars, rumors of wars are basically we're the end of the world. Okay, but one of these things that are gonna have to come to pass is our people are gonna have to be greatly judged. Speaking to 2/3, all right, they should be cut off and be destroyed, and cut off and die. All right, because and it's because it's really because of obviously their rebellion, but it's because of the mercy of YAHAWASHI. Because if it wasn't this way, they wouldn't be able to enter, and they wouldn't be able to enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, like the brother Quam, he did a video, 2/3 is a mercy kill. All right, and like what First Peter the 4th chapter, for the time has come that judgment must be done at the house of the Most High. Our people are gonna have to be greatly judged. All right, because of the things that they have done that the Most High is going to require of them. All right, and that's why I said they shall be in pitfall case, and them that have despised my ways. Okay, the time of repentance is given unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, but you despised it. All right, and you said, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. Okay, that's why it says the same must know it after death by death after pain. Okay. Because this is that wicked and adulterous generation that the Most High was talking about, all right, in these last days. Okay, this is the worst generation ever. All right, specifically talking to you to 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. All right, you're terrible. Okay, cause you whoremongers and vipers, and this is that generation. Okay. But I'm gonna start here in Luke chapter 7, verse 31. And the Lord said, whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation? And to what are they like? It's 32. They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace, and calling one to another, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept. Okay, that goes into that prophecy in Isaiah, how they shall be blinded. All right, the eyes that cannot see and ears that cannot hear. All right, and obviously not talking biologically, but talking spiritually. All right, because they cannot receive this and grab the word, which is able to save their soul. Because these are the undesirables. These are the ones that the Most High have preserved for judgment. Okay, this is just their lot. All right, and as the Most High says in Jeremiah, pray not for this people. All right, because this is that generation, O Jerusalem, that thou that killest the prophets. All right, the Most High has had compassion upon his people, but what? They mocked the messengers of the Most High. They despised. All right, they despised the words of the Heavenly Father. Okay, the Most High extends his hands out, and what happens? They slap it away. They said, "I'm gonna go this way." Okay, so Most High says, "Okay, let me see and wait for their end." Okay, because their end is gonna be horrible. All right, and Sirach says the Most High has seen their ending to be evil, so the Most High multiplies compassion. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. All right, but our people say, we will not walk therein. All right, they don't want to go into the old paths, the ways that leadeth to rest for your souls. They want to say, no, I want to fulfill my wicked deeds. I want to bang as many women as I can. I want to smoke, drink. I want to go out and party. I want to put myself as a god. I want my own self glory. I want me. This is that generation. All right, microwave society, everything quick. All right, half done. No quality. This is that generation. All right, it's 33. For John the Baptist came neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and ye say he hath a devil. Okay, they call us a devil. They call us evil. They say what we're doing is evil. All right, because why? They don't know what righteousness is. Okay, this is 34. The Son of Man is come eating and drinking, and ye say, behold, a gluttonous man and a winebibber and a friend of publicans and sinners. All right, the Holy One of Israel. All right, the Messiah. All right, which you people, you 2/3 love to call upon, saying Jesus Christ was not even his name. All right, and that goes into them that honor me with my lips, but their heart is far from me. All right, they can't even take the step to figure out the true name, of Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. They love this. They love this world. All right, they have no depth. They're wise in their own counsel, but they're really foolish because they're enemies of YAHAWASHI. They're enemies of the Creator. All right, that's not wise. All right, but that's 2/3 of our own people because they have not considered the latter end. All right, they think this place is going to continue on and carry on. They're making plans for 20 years, 30 years. Whatever, live fast. All that kind of stuff. Get money quick. I want to get some money, bro. I want all that stuff. All this vanity. All right, the Most High is getting ready to end this. All right, all this mirth and all this putting stuff off. Okay, the Most High is going to require this generation of their wickedness. Okay, because why? It looks like the wicked's prospering. Jake's still balling. He getting money. He got nice cars, and he got whatever he desires, so to say, in this world. All right, and it seems to them that aren't really watching these prophecies that it seems like it's tarrying. All right, but this is that time that the Most High is getting ready to judge these people. All right, they have received their consolation. All right, and their wicked deeds are fulfilled, and now they're gonna have to be cast off and put to death. All right, it's 35. But wisdom is justified of all her children. All right, again, because 2/3 of our own people, they despise the wisdom and knowledge of YAHAWASHI. That's why the Most High says He's gonna laugh at their calamity. All right, He's gonna laugh at them. All right, because they're foolish. They're foolish children, Scottish children. Okay, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy time. Okay, but again, they don't consider the latter end. All right, and it also says wisdom shall not dwell in a malicious soul. All right, because our people are dogs. All right, they're wild animals. All right, they have no covering, they have no hedge. They're off the leash. Okay, they're not trained. They're completely sold over to Satan. Okay, and they're getting ready to be greatly judged. All right, for the things they have done. All right, and again, the Most High is requiring the things that are past and again, even now, because they add sin upon sin, okay, and those spirits of vengeance are just waiting for the green light, okay. But again, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled, okay. 2/3 of our own people have to be cut off and die because they just don't get it. There's no reasoning with them, okay. They just have to go, all right. And then so we can get into the kingdom already, all right. Because if they'll just turn over, turn turn to the north and then praise upon YAHAWASHI, our earthly prayers, okay, we'll Most High will speedily get us out of here, But what, they want to continue to be rebellious. They want to trust in Egypt. They love this place, all right. So the Most High is going to show them that they made a big mistake, okay. So this is Luke chapter 11, and I'll start at verse 47. Woe unto you, for ye build the sculptures of the prophets, and your fathers killed them. Truly ye bear witness that you allow the deeds of your fathers, for they indeed killed them, and ye build their sculptures. Okay, so saying they bear witness because they do the same thing that their fathers have done, all right, which is persecute and kill the prophets, all right, the messengers of the Most High, okay, and they don't care, okay. They go to church, they read out of the book of Matthew, they read Isaiah, they read Peter, they read all these books, all right, that their fathers have killed, all right, books of the prophets that the books of the prophets which their fathers have killed, okay, and it doesn't necessarily have to be physically, because they spiritually continually put to death, all right, the prophets of the Lord, okay, because of their actions, okay. The prophets are set on the scene, all right, to what? To condemn great nations and to call the righteous, all right, and to enter into the chambers of YAHAWASHI, enter to his safety, all right. But our own people, 2/3 of our own people say we will not walk therein, okay. We're good, we shall not. The Most High doesn't see what we do. We will not have to be required of this, all right. The Most High says otherwise, okay. This is 49. Therefore also said the wisdom of the Most High, I will send them prophets and apostles, and some of them they shall slay and persecute, all right. Because why? All right, because 2/3 of our people are really our greatest enemy, okay. And that's why it says them of their own household. The enemy shall be them of their own household, all right, meaning our own people. Our own people are the ones who put YAHAWASHI up onto the cross, all right. The Edomites said, I find no fault in this man, okay. YAHAWASHI was blameless, and what did our people do? Say, let his blood be upon us and our children. And that is exactly what is happening. That's why Jake getting gunned down in the streets, okay. Esau is that sword, all right. The wicked is the Most High's sword, all right, and he is getting ready to slaughter 2/3 of our own people, just run through them, all right. Because why? They're workers of iniquity. The Most High has not known them, all right. So in order for them to enter into the covenant, they have to be put to death, all right. But the Most High says obedience is better than sacrifice, but our 2/3 of our people are not obedient. There's no reasoning with them, all right. So the Most High just has to kill them, okay. They're useless, all right. They're unprofitable, all right. So this is 50. That the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world since the beginning, all right. Most High always had compassion upon his people and send the prophets. But what happens? Our people kill them, all right. Continuing. Well, I'll read it again. This is Luke chapter 11, verse 50. That the blood of all the prophets which was shed from the foundation of the world may be required of this generation, okay. This generation is going to have to pay, okay. We know persecution is coming, okay. We know some of us might be martyrs, okay. But amen, through the Spirit, a lot the elect, a lot of the elect is going to make it, all right. They're not going to see death because as the times are old, as the wicked of our people have put to death the righteous, okay, and they sort of say, quote unquote, got away with it. They're not going to get away with it with this time, all right. They're not going to do the things what they have done in the past, okay, which was put the righteous people of our nation to death, all right. It's not gonna happen, all right, because the Most High is going to require this generation, okay, which is because they are their forefathers, all right. They're here, all those rebellious and wicked spirits, back in the ancient times, over and over again, that again killed the righteous, the prophets, All right, and especially the ones that put to death our Messiah. All right, YAHAWASHI. Okay, the Holy One. All right, you know, even them which pierced me shall see me in my glory. Okay, you know, and really again speaking on this last generation. Okay, you know, they're gonna have to pay for this. Okay. All right. So continuing from the blood of Abel onto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar of the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. Okay, this generation is gonna have to pay. All right. And speaking of Abel, who slew Abel? Okay, Cain. All right, and Cain is a forefather of you Edomites. All right, you Esau, Edom, you so-called white men, women, and children. All right, your blood's gonna be required in this generation also. Okay, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that followed. This is that last generation. Okay, this is that last wicked generation. Okay, so specifically talking about 2/3 of our own people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. Okay, but you know, talking about the border of wicked also, you know, is two birds in one stone, right? You know, you Edomites. Okay, this again, this is gonna, you're gonna have to be required in this generation. Okay, in this time. Okay, so this is Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 10. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Okay, this is 2/3 of our people. Okay, you know, the uncircumcised in heart. Okay, they're rebellious. All right, they're spirit of error. All right, you know, going to things that are inconvenient. You know, you get the detail. You know, homosexuality, but you know, as a whole, inconvenience is that they're going against their maker. Okay, you know, they have not known the Heavenly Father. Okay, or His ways. They despised it. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. This is 11. So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest. Okay, they're not going to make it. Okay, they don't, again, because this is their doing. Okay, obviously this is the script of the Most High, YAHAWASHI. All right, but their actions, all right, are why they're not to be required of this. Okay, they're not going to be able to enter into the chambers. Okay, when shit's getting bad, they're trying to knock on the ark. You know, speaking spiritually. Okay, trying to get in, let me in. You know, they're not going to be able to enter into the rest. Okay, that ship's going to sail. Okay, and that's that time of repentance. All right, that set liberty for repentance. All right, not to do what the hell you want to do. Okay, you know, they're not going to they're not going to make it. All right, and Most High is pissed. Okay, and rightfully so. All right, and they're gonna get man, you know, and that just really it goes into a not worrying about how the ungodly shall perish, man. Just making sure and inquire how the godly is gonna be saved. Okay, because you know, and I'm gonna get into that, man. Horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Okay, this is Mark chapter 8 and verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, okay, you know, they want to scream bloody murder about this quote unquote rape doctrine, okay, but they don't never seek out the book of the Lord and read. Okay, you know, they love wickedness. Okay, and they'll find any type of weird excuse, you know, to any type of excuse against righteousness. Okay, you know, this is that wicked generation. Okay, continuing. Of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. Okay, you know, that's why in the time of visitation, all right, this goes into them that shall be made white and pure. All right, it says in Daniel, and then them that shall, and something about content and everlasting content, and something in shame, refuge to say. Okay, you know, they're going to be ashamed at the day of visitation because of all this iniquity that is laid upon them. Okay, and they're going to have to be sacrificed. Okay, and it's not going to be a pleasant way. They're going to die horribly. Okay, and they're going to know that they messed up. All right, so I'm gonna finish off here. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, and start at verse 16. As for the children of adulterers they shall not come to their perfection. Okay, this is they're not entering into that narrow and straight. Okay, that furnace of affliction. All right, being tried and refined as gold. Okay, they can't enter it because as the righteous are being tried by fire, they're being refined. But 2/3 of the people are going to be hit with the fire, but they're going to be perished and turned into stubble. Okay, because this is the perfection of the saints. Okay, but again, as the scripture to say, they're not gonna come into their, they shall not come to their perfection. Okay, because they chose wickedness. All right, they trusted in their wickedness. All right, continuing, and the seed of the unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. Okay, goes into that parable of the wheat and the tares. Okay, the angels are getting ready to reap. Okay, and only the elect are going to be picked. All right, that election. All right, and the rest is going to be what, thrown in the fire. They're all going to have their portion in that fire, in the lake that burneth with fire and brimstone. Okay, and that's those nuclear missiles. Okay, or any type of way they perish. This is 17. For though they live long, yet shall they be nothing regarded. All right, the Most High, he don't care about that. So it's all about the elect. Okay, and their last age shall be without honor. Okay, they're gonna be greatly dishonored. All right, and again, going into them being cut off and being destroyed. Okay, it's 18. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. Again, they have no rest. Okay, they're not gonna have any rest. All right, it's 19. All right, I'm gonna close out here. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Okay, for horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Okay, Jacob's trouble. All right, people are in for a rude awakening. Okay, the table's gonna turn and all this tearing and then lollygagging and bull crapping around. Okay, they're gonna die horrible deaths. Okay, and it's not because anything that I say, is because it's thus saith the Lord. Okay, that's why inquire how the godly shall be saved. Inquire how the godly shall be scarcely saved. Okay, because the times we're heading into, all right, is we're heading into perilous times. All right, but really, it's not looking too good for your, the rest of the world. Okay, that's why it's about making your call and election sure. Okay, once persecution starts happening, stuff starts popping up, and it might look like it's bad. Okay, the Most High said it Himself. Okay, this generation is going to be required of the things that they have done, and they're not going to get away with the things they have done in the past, or they're not going to be able to do the things that they have done in the past because they're going to be required. Okay, it's going to be a great upset. Okay, you want to speak about sports and stuff. This is the greatest upset ever. All right, so to say, in the history of the world. Okay, the elect, all right, and the 2/3, or the righteous and the wicked. Okay, this is a great upset. All right, and through YAHAWASHI we have the victory. All right, so this was edifying. As always, want to give all praise to YAHWAH MILLSTONE, Bashim Akakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole elect of Israel. Shalom.